Hello students, welcome to your geography class. Today I am here with a new topic from your syllabus. Do you know students, wherever there is life, there is activity. And in mostly cases, wherever there is activity, it generates waste. So what is waste? First we have to know. Actually, waste means the thing which are useless or unwanted material and it has no further use in our life. These are known as waste. Yes student, today we are going to learn the topic waste management. So what is actually waste management? It means managing of the waste. How to do it? And why it is necessary, why we look after for that waste management. You know, in the 21st century, we are living in a modern civilization. With that modernization, with that urbanization and industrialization, pollution level increase at a rapid rate. In this condition, if we will not be aware about these conditions and if we will not be responsible to reduce the pollution level, then our environment will be degraded very soon. Even our earth will lose its balance. So here, how we will be able to manage this waste? Students, in this chapter waste management, actually so many methods and different that information given. As it is a large chapter and it is having different parts, today I have taken first part. In that part, I will discuss about the sources of waste, the classification of waste and the impact on environment and human life or the other that terrestrial, that living being. Is it clear? So let's start. Okay. First of all, here I have written the source. Are you getting to see that sources of waste? Before going to do that source, I will tell how this waste actually spoil our life. First of all, this waste, it spoils the aesthetic beauty of the nature and also it damages the environment. This waste, it contaminates the water, soil and it is becoming the breeding ground of different insects, flies and mosquitoes. Day by day we are facing this problem and it is also causing different infectious diseases and these diseases reaching to our home. So here students, we have to first know that what are the sources, okay, from where it is generating. So first I will tell that agricultural waste. Agricultural waste means in the time of Green Revolution we are using number of machineries and with that chemical fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides. As well as these also all chemical is also having some waste and creating waste and polluting the soil whenever it is also mixing in the soil, as well as somehow it is flowing with the runoff water and it is also polluting the water bodies. Number 2, domestic waste. What is domestic waste? Students, you might have seen everyday wise from your kitchen, fruits and vegetable peels, it come up or it generate basically to cook the food. You have to also peel off that vegetables and fruits. As well as you also eat some packet foods, chips, cold drinks and some also bottle drinks, which are the basically the domestic waste. Next here, third is mineral waste. from the mine area some minerals which are non-biodegradable, even which are mixing in the form of gas and solid in the nature, and it is causing that pollution. These are mineral waste. Next, industrial. At the time of industrialization, the industries are having effluents. These effluents directly mixing with the water bodies and causing pollution. Somehow from the chimney of the industries some toxic gases, even some noxious gases, that also mixing to the atmosphere and causing pollution, and some also solid particles like metals, carbon, coal and dust, it is also mixing to the nature and it is causing the pollution or biodegradation. These are the industrial waste. Number 5 is nuclear or e-waste. At the nuclear power plant, that however nuclear power plant generating the energy, but it is having some demerits, that whatever waste come out from nuclear power plant, it can generate radiation, bad radiation even after 100 years. So it need proper disposal of that nuclear waste. And e-waste students, you are living in the also time of technology. You are using that technology based all the electronic gadgets like television, mobiles, like computer, laptop, then mouse, CPU, keyboard, whatever you are using, these all gadgets, if it is outdated, even it is not working, you used to that throw it in the garbages or somewhere else. These are the e-waste, means electronic waste. Next is 6 is animal waste. What is animal waste? The animals are having their own some waste, like cow is having cow dung. Same way, where also other animals are having some their waste, natural waste, as well as whenever they are slaughtering in some slaughterhouses, they are having some this kind of waste. These are known as the animal waste. So these 6 students are the main source of that waste in that nature, and these are causing that basically the pollution or the degradation condition in our also in our nature. Do you know, students, we are using dustbin at our home. Somewhere we have seen in some community society a community dustbin are there, but these dustbins are not well designed, not properly installed. Due to that, sometimes people that dump or throw the waste in open area, that can cause so many problems. Okay, so we should be very much concerned and conscious that wherever we are throwing, it should not be open and even it should be proper area. Now here we have to know that what are the classification of the waste. On the basis of their character, we can divide this waste in different categories. So students, I am proving that. First, on the basis of form. On the basis of form. So thing can be present in 3 states or 3 forms. 1, 2, 3. 1 is solid, next is liquid, and third is gas. So here the waste can be 3 on their basis of form. First, solid, like metal, like also plastic, like broken glass. These are in solid form. Next, liquid, when the effluents of the industries are mixing to the water bodies, these are coming in that liquid form. Even the sewage water, whatever coming out from their home, it is also a liquid form of waste. Next is gas. from that vehicles and industries. Whenever we are using that fossil fuel, that also generating some kind of toxic gases, like the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide. These are the different gases also it is generating. So these are the types of that sort of waste present. Next, on the basis of amount of moisture. So this term you might have heard like that, dry waste and wet waste. Whenever you visit to that hospitals, even in your schools, you might have seen that different the dustbin kept different purpose. One for wet, or also that which are having moisture, for that kind of waste. Another is dry waste like paper, plastic, wrappers. These are the dry, and wet means that foods particles, then peeling off of that also different fruits and vegetables, that are that wet waste. Clear? Next, on the basis of properties. It also divided two category: biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So students, you might have read in your biology and in science that what is degradable and what is non-biodegradable. So those waste, it can compose and can mix in the soil. These are biodegradable. It means food, all that also food particles, even peel off that fruits, vegetables, cow dung. These are that waste which we can use in the composite pit to make that natural manure or the fertilizer. Even if we are not using in that composite pit, it directly composes in that soil and it increases the fertility of the soil. So it is good for that nature. Another case, non-biodegradable. Those waste, it does not compose in that soil. Even it does not mix in the soil for long time or long period of time. Like we can say the plastics, glass, e-waste, these are the non-biodegradable waste. Students, I want to share here that how long or that different waste takes to compose or to mix with the soil. Here see, paper takes 2 to 4 months to mix in the soil. Then banana peel, it takes 3 to 4 months. Then paper bag, 1 month. Sorry, here 2 to 4 weeks. It will be 4 weeks. And banana peel, it will be 3 to 4 weeks. Then paper bag, 1 month. Orange peel, it will take 6 months. And lastly, the most that important and that harmful waste is plastic. It takes 200 to 1000 years. Can you imagine? And this plastic, how we are using? We should not use that plastic. Instead of using that plastic, we should use that cloth bag, paper bag, jute bag. But we people are not caring for our nature. Okay, if we will not care for our nature, it will create a bad or reverse effect on us only. Now next is there, on the basis of environment. Here it can be divided in hazardous and non-hazardous. Students, you might have heard the term hazard. What is the meaning of hazard? Hazard means danger or risk. So here I will tell these hazardous also that waste are having some other characteristics also. It will be inflammable, explosive, risky, and also we can say this is not good for our nature. But in the other case, non-hazardous, this is not risky, not dangerous for our nature. Hazardous, we can say e-waste, nuclear waste. Non-hazardous, our natural domestic waste, like the biodegradable things. Okay, these are the classification of waste. Have you understood, student? Yes. For the next point, I am going. You should write down these points whenever I am explaining, and it will help you later on, because in the exam the question can come from this point. Now, how we can control this situation and what we should follow. Here some steps I am telling you. By following the steps we can control this, that also condition, and we can manage the waste. So here if I have written how we can control this situation and what that we should follow. Here another also question it can come, that how we can manage waste. So the first is there, this is the waste. This waste, it should collect first. Collection of the waste, when it is done, then it needs segregation. So here students, what is segregation? Some rag pickers used to do that segregation, but in our own level, individual level, we should segregate these all waste. Like what are the dry waste we should keep differently, and what are the wet waste we should keep separately, so that it will be easy to segregate this waste. After, it means the definition of the segregation is separation of the waste on the basis of their characteristic. Then transportation. So where we are transporting? We are transporting for processing or treatment, because some of this waste we can use for the purposes, like paper we can recycle and reuse. So in that case, this kind of that waste which are having the capability, or we can use these further purposes by recycling way, or by different also following the 5R principles. 5R, what is, you are thinking what is 5R? Recycle, reuse, refuse, reduce and recover. That I will also explain in another day in another part. So by following these principles we can also treat this waste. That's why it is transporting to that treatment center. So after transportation, treatment is there, treatment, and finally whatever are not having the capability, or we can not use for the purposes, that we are disposing. Is it clear, students? So this is the first phase, that waste which we have to collect, then we have to segregate, then we have to transport. Number 5 is the treatment. Number 6 is disposal and disposing the waste. Okay. So these are the different that basically steps through that we can segregate or also manage the waste. Students, here till now the classification, the source and the different stages to manage the waste we just have learned. Impact on that. Human beings, human and other residual being, living being. See here, I already have shared about the Miniameter disease. Also I have shared cholera, diarrhea like this, biomagnification through food chain. Also I have shared that the ozone depletion through that, the cancer of skin, it can also happen or it can cause, as well as that cataract can also cause. Here I will write this down, this over human body cancer. Number 2, not only skin cancer, other body cancer also can due to the chemical that consumption. Next, cataract, lung infection, then we also can say, students, that wherever these all toxic chemicals it is coming to our body, it is becoming the slow poison, which already I have said. So here whatever points I already have explained on the human being, you have to put the examples, but here till still living being I will give the examples of like a cow, goat. When there is plastic in the nature, in the dump area, this living being and the domestic animals, they are not having things to segregate or to know that which is their food and which is not. Sometimes by mistake they eat this plastic and stuck in their food pipe, and it leads to their death. In that ocean area, sometimes this plastic cause death to that whale, tortoise, seal, this kind of animals. Have you ever seen that Discovery Channel, National Geography? If you see, you can get to see this kind of that incident happening in different parts of the world. Even some months back, there was a news in that also a lake area of USA. There were number of that birds were dying due to this plastic, because somehow they are eating this plastic as their food and it was stuck in their food pipe and they were dying. And this kind of incident happening in different parts of this country. So students, we should be conscious and aware that wherever we are throwing that waste, it should not be open area so that it can create that bad odor. It can be breeding ground of that most different insect and pest. It can create that also infectious disease, as well as this kind of that innocent animal can die. So this is my request to you students, please that see that in your area, even at that start, you can start from your home, that the segregation of this waste. In my next video, I will explain more information about this waste management. Hope you have understood. See the video and you just point down here all that whatever I have said today. Thank you students.